Are you really ready for hurricane season? We put together a short test that you can take right now for free to assess your level of readiness, and depending on how you score, offer suggestions on what to do next. Check it out at adjustertv.com/quiz right now. It happens like clockwork. Every time a major hurricane or wildfire hits, the media headlines breathlessly proclaim, "Home destroyed, insurance company denies claim. Storm victims betrayed by greedy insurers. Senators demand answers as homeowners left in the cold." And don't get me wrong, these are real stories and they are emotionally powerful. They feature real people, real loss, real frustration. But the picture they paint of the insurance industry, it's almost always missing key facts. And for those of us who've been in the field, actually crawling through attics, assessing collapsed roofs, and settling claims day in and day out, it's frustrating to see the same sensational narrative repeat itself every single time. And before we go any further, I want to be absolutely clear. I'm not here to denigrate anybody or to minimize their experiences. Some homeowners truly do feel mistreated. Some claims really are mishandled, and I have deep empathy for anyone trying to recover after losing their home to a tornado or hurricane. But when the media paints the entire insurance industry as a rigged game designed to cheat people, it's not just wrong, it's dishonest and harmful. So let's break down what really happens during catastrophe claims. Here are the 5 things the media gets wrong about insurance claims. Being a great adjuster isn't just about policy and software. You gotta know the difference between hail damage and worn out shingles. Hague has the gold standard books and certifications to back you up in the field or at the desk. Scan the QR code or hit hagueeducation.com and use Adjuster TV for a discount and level up with Hague. Number 1, insurance companies deny or delay on purpose. Let me ask you a question. If you're already drowning in work, would it make sense to slow things down even more? Because that's what happens when claims are delayed. Adjusters get buried, supervisors get flooded with complaints, carriers face regulatory pressure and lawsuits. Nobody wins. In fact, the average property claim cycle is just 30 to 45 days for catastrophes, even when thousands of claims come in all at once. That's not foot dragging, that's logistics under pressure. And by the way, insurance companies don't make more money by denying claims. They make more money by keeping customers happy and renewing those policies year after year. Number 2, adjusters are incentivized to underpay. This one really blows my mind. Independent adjusters who handle the bulk of catastrophe claims are often paid based on a fee schedule tied to the claim amount. That means the bigger the claim, the better we get paid. In other words, if I lowball a claim, I make less money. Even staff adjusters don't get bonuses for shaving a few dollars off an estimate. If anything, they get flagged for being out of range compared to other estimates on similar claims. There's no financial incentive to underpay, period. All right, if you're making real money as an adjuster, don't leave your career exposed. Errors and omissions and general liability insurance from Kaplik is designed just for you, and it might even be cheaper than what you're already paying. Snap this QR code right here or visit cplic.net/adjustertv to grab the free guide and lock in smarter protection today. Number 3, estimates from contractors or public adjusters are always right. Let's talk some numbers here. Say I write an estimate for $40,000 based on my inspection, my scope notes, and Xactimate pricing. The insurance contractor says it's actually $100,000. Does that mean that I'm underpaying? Not necessarily. Sometimes contractors bid high to protect themselves. Sometimes public adjusters stack the estimate expecting to negotiate down. And sometimes, yes, adjusters make honest mistakes. But when a claim settles far below the original contractor's number, it doesn't prove that the carrier lowballed. It just might mean that the original number wasn't realistic from the contractor. Number 4, there's a conspiracy to undervalue or deny damage. And this is where people start citing that infamous consulting firm and waving around phrases like delay, deny, defend. But let me tell you something based on 25 years in the field. If there was a widespread strategy to cheat homeowners, it would collapse under its own weight, and very quickly. And why? Because denied or underpaid claims lead to lawsuits, regulator fines, customer churn, and horrible PR. Those things cost way more than just paying what is owed. And here's the thing. According to NAIC, there are over 6 million property claims filed every year in the United States. If there was a systemic fraud problem, it wouldn't take a Senate hearing to find it. You'd see it on every street after every single storm. And you just don't. Number 5, claims aren't getting paid at all. The This one is subtle, but it matters. When someone says, my claim was denied, what they sometimes mean is the carrier paid for repairs, but not upgrades. The settlement didn't match the contractor's price, or they chose not to do the repairs at all. The truth is, most legitimate claims do get paid. The Insurance Information Institute reports that over 90% of homeowners' claims result in a payment. But that's not a headline, so it gets ignored. There is a real problem here, and it comes down to training and turnover. Here's where I actually do think that the insurance companies need to step up. New adjusters are often rushed through training and thrown into the fire. The turnover rate in claims departments is through the roof, and that leads to burnout, missed details, and yes, absolutely poor service. But that is not fraud. That's a system stretched thin, and I would argue it's incompetence, not malice. But there are opposing incentives that the media, lawyers, and politicians aren't going to tell you. There are three powerful forces that benefit from pushing the insurance company's evil narrative. Number one, the media thrives on conflict. Sensationalism sells. Angry homeowner versus billion-dollar insurer gets more clicks than claim resolved in 6 days. Number two, trial lawyers and advocacy groups build entire businesses around suing insurance companies. The worse the industry looks, the more business they attract. That's not always unethical, but it's definitely a financial interest. And number three, we have to look at politicians who score easy points by grilling executives in hearings. It's optics. Makes them look like they're fighting for the little guy without having to pass any actual legislation that would improve the situation. All three have something to gain by telling only one side of the story. And here's why this hurts every working adjuster. These stories don't just damage insurance companies, they make your job as the adjuster harder and sometimes even dangerous. They create distrust between you and the policyholder before you even set foot on the property. They make homeowners defensive, suspicious, and combative. Instead of helping someone to recover from a storm, you have to spend the first hour convincing them that you're not the villain from a viral video. It's not fair to the homeowner, and it's not fair to you. So what does this mean for you as an adjuster? Just keep doing what you're doing. Be fair, be thorough, document everything, stay humble, but don't be afraid to stand by your work. You're not just writing estimates, you're restoring lives, and that matters no matter what they say in the news. And speaking of the danger of being an adjuster, should you carry a firearm while handling claims? Check out this video right here for my answer, which might surprise you. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and have a great storm.